Hello, everybody.
All right, Your Honor, we can call the matter of Melissa Rugg.
Rugg, there. So 0190583. Good morning, Ms. Rugg.
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is a charge of weapons capable of harm. I'll hear from the defense.
And Your Honor, this is an arraignment. We did go over rights. I'd ask to waive a formal reading of rights, waive a formal reading of probable cause, enter a not guilty plea on her behalf.
And I see that Ms. McGrain has filed a petition for an anti-harassment order. Have you had a chance to go over that potential with your client?
I do believe so, Your Honor.
No,
So, Ms. Rugg, do you understand what you're being charged with today?
Can you go over that with me fully, because it was rather fast in the other room, just so I am very clear.
Okay, so you're being charged with weapons capable of harm under the Bellingham Municipal Code 10.30.115. I believe this is a gross misdemeanor.
It is.
Punishable by 364 days in jail, $5,000 fine. The allegation is that you had displayed or threatened with a weapon that could cause harm. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit, and I did find that there was sufficient probable cause. I believe this was the pepper spray case.
Correct.
That you had allegedly brandished pepper spray at another party. So that's the charge that you have. Do you understand that charge?
Your Honor, I do, and she had assaulted.
Don't talk about.
And I caution you that this is a recorded hearing.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Yep. No, so effectively everything's being recorded, so I don't want you to say anything that we then could go back to look at this case, this hearing, and use that against you.
So I can go to jail though, still, right?
Well, I mean, you're in jail, but
No, I mean like for and like have things.
That's later conversation.
Okay, but
So the other-
the attorney in the room said that you were gonna file an ex parte order as restraint against her because she's assaulted me multiple times.
So that's not for here now. That's not for us to file.
No, that's what he said was gonna be done on my behalf today. In there, that's what he told me.
Okay. So I don't specifically know what he said. That's not for here.
So
And Mr. Lockhart, just so you know, I don't know if you have a way to mute your end, but your conversation is bleeding into the courtroom.
No, I understand that, Your Honor. We can proceed.
Okay. And the other issue at arraignment, Ms. Rugg, are the constitutional rights. Were you able to understand those, or would you like me to go over those as well?
let's go over those fully.
Okay. So, Ms. Rugg, you have a right to remain silent. You have a right to have a counsel represent you. If you cannot afford counsel, it can be appointed to represent you. You have a right to hear and question any witnesses that testify against you. You have the right to have witnesses be compelled to testify on your behalf at no expense to you. You have a right to have a speedy and public trial. You have the right to force the city of Bellingham to prove every element of the charge beyond proof of reasonable doubt. If you are not a U.S. citizen, you have a right to contact someone from your consulate office to discuss potential immigration consequences. If you are found guilty, you have a right to appeal a timely appeal of any finding of guilt. Do you have any questions about those?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, I would again.
I have one.
I would again caution that this isn't a recorded hearing, but I will see if I can answer your question.
There's an issue that lies that I would have been trying to leave the property due to domestic violence on behalf of this individual. And and I have an ex parte order of restraint on somebody that lives there. And so in saying that, I've been trying to leave the property, and it has been prevented by this individual. And so in saying that, it's been a lot of elements going on that I have been trying to, without any sort of committing of crime or being charged with a crime.
And so this is a conversation for an attorney at a later time. This is not for the court right here.
Well, he's going to charge me with something, right?
You've already been charged, Ms. Rudd. We're going through the arraignment.
I've been charged.
You've been charged, yes.
So I have to, I'll have to post $5,000 bail.
No.
The city is,
Okay.
as far as conditions, I can tell the court what we're asking for.
I'll hear from the city on release conditions.
Thank you, Your Honor. This time, the city
Oh,
has no
right.
objection
I'm
to
sorry.
a PR release today with just the anti-harassment order that has been uploaded.
It needs to be out by the time attorney.
So, Mr. Lockhart, I don't know if you heard that, but the city is not asking for bail. The city is agreeing to PR on the condition that the anti-harassment order is entered.
And, Your Honor, no objection to the release today.
So give me a second.
No, I'm scared.
So I'm going to set your next court date on April 15th, oops, sorry, at 1:30.
I'm scared.
And, Your Honor,
I have no
what was
clue.
the question? I apologize.
Oh, I was just going to ask if you had a chance to talk to her about her financial ability to hire an attorney, or if she would like to be appointed, have your office appointed.
And, Your Honor, most likely we'll need to have a public defender on this matter. I think that she would be qualified for
He
it.
said that I could. He said he would take it. Thank you. Sorry. I'm scared.
And if you do wish, even if a public defender is appointed, if you wish to hire a private attorney, you certainly have that ability, that right.
I lack funds, Your Honor, due to the issues that I have going on, which would be domestic violence and severe financial exploitation. So I would accept the defense that Jason Smith's law office had offered.
Okay, I will appoint his office to represent you. My computer will let me.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
This is I've never had any criminal history ever. So for me, this is huge.
Okay, so I need you to pay attention, ma'am. So I'm going to set
Yes,
some
sir.
conditions of your release. So you are going to be released on your personal recognizance today. You are ordered to appear at all scheduled court hearings. You are to have no additional criminal law violations. Update an address changes immediately upon the court, with the court and the Department of Licensing. Use only your true and legal name. I am going to be entering a protection order in this case, and I'll go over that in a minute, okay?
On whose behalf, her behalf, for mine.
Your next court date will be, your next court date will be April 15th at 1:30.
She will be the protected party.
Great. She's the one that assaulted me.
Entering a
It does
plea
mean
of not guilty, I
lots
have
of
found probable
building.
cause.
You just can't have direct contact with her.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. There was overbleed. I apologize.
fine,
Can you
ma'am.
repeat that?
I'm entering a plea of not guilty. As I said previously, I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I have found probable cause to proceed in this matter. So that's this order. I will then go over the protection order with you next.
Do you guys meet with me later?
And so I believe this is, the city filled this out already?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so
Okay.
the
This is
protected party
scary
is
for me.
Kendall
Oh,
M.
yeah.
Kelly, date of birth.
Good questions. Definitely make a list of things to talk about.
I'm sorry.
So I'm entering a pretrial no contact order. So this means I need you to pay attention, because if you were to violate this, could be not only a violation of your release, but potentially could be filed as a separate charge. The protected party is Kendall M. Kelly, date of birth 3/30, 1999. So you are ordered to not cause, attempt, or threaten to cause bodily harm to assault, sexual assault, harass, stalk, or keep under surveillance the protected party. Do not contact the protected party directly, indirectly, in person, or through others, by mail, phone, electronic means, except mailing or service of process of court documents through a third party or contact by a defendant's lawyers. Do not knowingly enter, remain, or come within 1,000 feet of the protected party's residence, school, workplace, person, or any place where she may be. If lawfully So, and then on D, you said if lawfully allowed to remain at your residence, so you're not asking to,
Yeah, so I believe that the protected party may manage the apartment complex, so the city's not saying that if she wants to stay there and is lawfully allowed to stay there, the city's not saying that she has to move, but that while she's at that location, she can't have any direct or indirect contact with the protected party.
so because this is an apartment complex, the city has made basically an allowance that you could stay in your apartment, however, you cannot have any contact with her. So even though the order specifically says you cannot come within 1,000 feet of her residence or her person.
I believe that's her workplace,
Yeah,
not her
so
residence.
just, you need to do whatever you can to just stay away from her, okay?
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would ask for one possible matter. Ms. Rugg does use an elevator. I understand that the elevator is apparently close to the management office as well as the mailroom and package room. So as a result, I mean, she effectively would have to walk past the office to get to the elevator and get her mail.
I think as long as there's no direct or indirect contact, no gestures, no anything, that would be fine. There's just can't be any contact. Obviously, she's allowed to be at that residence, access that residence location, but if there's any indication of communications, either verbal or otherwise, the city would consider that a violation. I feel like that exception would fall into this rule,
And
essentially.
I agree. I just want to make sure that it's clear to Ms. Rugg as well as to any potential law enforcement that get called out to investigate. And Mr. Lockhart, just to be clear, I did add a quick amendment that defendant may use the apartment complex elevator provided there is no direct or indirect contact with the protected party.
May I use the facility
Make
for
it
physical therapy,
obvious.
as long as I don't, just as long as I don't, can you ask for that as well?
I mean,
That's already-
she's entitled to, I think that she's entitled to all privileges of a resident as long as she doesn't have any director. We think we need to carve out specific rooms in this order.
All right.
It's just that she can reside at that, including all of the things she can do, but she just can't have any direct or indirect contact with the protected party.
All right, that's
With that, well, also, can we have an understanding that the one who is right now that had asked for an order of restraint has been rejecting my rent payments and has been causing issue, and I have funds to pay rent. However, she's doing that in attempts to get me on unlawful detainer due to she rented an apartment to my boyfriend's family upstairs.
Ma'am,
So in saying this, what she,
Whole issue, which
Ma'am,
is
that's
irrelevant
beyond
to
the
this
scope
case.
of what this court is able to do. That would be a superior court matter.
I apologize.
No, it's fine. I don't want you to, I want you to get your questions answered, but unfortunately, that's outside the scope of what we're able to handle today.
Understood.
You're not asking for any sort of firearm or weapons?
No, Your Honor.
So you understand that violating this order could potentially be a separate charge?
Yes.
Okay.
And if I'm to enter the building and it's less than 1,000 feet, then I can get arrested, and I'm afraid that that would happen because
You can still be at the residence, just can't have any communication with them.
just walk through and that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
What I would recommend is that once you're released, contact your lawyer and set up an appointment. You guys can find a time to go through all this paperwork and to get your questions answered.
I'm really sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry about this.
That's fine. I just want to make sure you understand what's going on. Okay, so I've
Yes,
signed
sir.
that order as well as the pretrial release. And I wish you the best, okay?
Just don't want to go.
You got a quick question?
Okay, and then he said that you guys would get me to go home. Am I allowed to go home?
Yes, you're definitely correct.
So we're done?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor, for your time.
Okay,
Have a good day.
good luck to you, ma'am.
You too, sir. I need to sign anything?
No, you're good. That's already been,
Thank you. Oh, what was your name again?
Robert Lockhart.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Move on to the next.
You make me so happy. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.